Hi, in my last video I discussed Real Estate Financing 101. That looked at what is a mortgage and how is a lender going to evaluate you, and we talked about the 3 C's: credit, collateral, and capacity. So today we're going to be talking about credit. I know that last time I said we were going to talk about credit, income, and assets. However, in an effort to keep these videos digestively short, I have decided to split this larger topic into 2. So we're going to talk about credit this week and income and assets next week. So let's jump into it. When you talk to a lender and you say, I'd like to get pre-approved for a mortgage, they're going to run your credit check. And a lot of people think that they're going to be looking at your credit score. But your credit is actually a much larger component, and your overall credit reputation is what a lender is trying to assess. Understanding your credit score is important, so let's start there. There's no one number that you need, but you need to understand that your credit score is going to affect your interest rate, which lenders want to work with you, and which loan product you're going to get. So I'm going to put some information to a few different articles you can read in the description that tell you a little bit more about what your credit score is, what the components are, and why it's important. Now, I'm not a lender, and so this video is intended to give you a general understanding of the topic, but it is important to understand that you should go and see a lender yourself and speak to them directly about you and your situation, because each lender has their own risk tolerance and each person's situation is completely different. So if you're looking to get a loan and you have a credit score of 680 and above, you may be ideal for lenders. If you're looking to get an FHA loan and you're looking for the one with the 3.5% down payment, you may need a credit score with a minimum of 580. Now, if you have a score between 500 and 580, doesn't necessarily mean that you can't get an FHA loan, but you may need to put a larger down payment down, say 10%. Typically, you're going to need a credit score of at least 620 in order to secure a conforming loan. Credit involves more than just your score. It's your overall reputation. So when a lender looks at your credit history, they're going to be looking to see, do you have any judgments against you? Do you have any liens? Do you have anything in collections? They're also going to be looking at your obligations and trade lines. That's your mortgages, your student loans, and credit cards. So they're going to look at when were these accounts opened and closed, how much do you currently owe, what is the maximum amount you have ever owed, have you ever been delinquent, and what is your credit limit on these accounts. Now, remember, they're going to be looking back as long as 7 years, and they also are going to be looking for 6 months of these trade lines being open. So as you can imagine, too many trade lines can be a problem, but so can too few. So if you haven't been in the country for at least 6 months, or if you haven't had the trade lines open for 6 months, it may make your ability to secure financing a little bit more difficult. So if this is you, I would suggest that you talk to a lender early in the process. You don't want to find the perfect house and then find out that you have some work to do in order to secure your financing. So I hope that this topic on covering credit has been helpful, and we're going to pick up with income and assets next week, so stay tuned.